Well, let's go to Plateau, where TVC News also monitored today's election in Plateau, Taraba and Ondo states. Although the exercise was largely peaceful, low turnout of voters were recorded in most polling units except for Ondo state, where a large turnout was recorded. We have updates from our correspondents in Plateau, Taraba, Kano and Ondo states in these reports.
I hope not with me you want send.
The ad hoc staff of the Independent National Electoral Commission were mandated to abide by the dictates of the electoral law in the conduct of Jalingo Zing Yero Federal Constituency. The candidates of the three major political parties in the race gave their preliminary assessment of the exercise.
We have not got any reports so far. Everything is moving smoothly so far. I expect a peaceful exercise today, and hopefully we will win.
The turnout is really not impressive, but it is also not bad. We've done our best. We've reached out to people. We've clamored for our votes. We've called them to come out en masse, and definitely sure the people has answered our call. And you can see that the process and the procedure is going very smoothly.
The electorate also had their expectations.
So far so good. I want to believe that the election is going on successfully and freely. And by the special grace of God, I know at the tail end of the day, at least we'll be vindicated.
The election started well, splendidly. It started by 8:30, and I've already voted. So each and every vote counts. So we thank God for everything.
The Taraba State Commissioner for Information, Zainab Usman Jalingo, commended the Independent National Electoral Commission for the orderly manner the Saturday by-election was conducted, and she gave credit to Governor Abu Kefas for ensuring a level playing ground for all aspirants.
Every reasonable person knows wherever there is an election, there should be a winner and a loser. So where the person lost an election does not mean it's the end of the world. So I hope that they come together and we try to move the state forward.
Already, political analysts and observers say the contest may be a two-horse race between the ruling PDP and APC candidates. It is also expected that the outcome will rub off on the fortunes of the political parties ahead of the next election. The ad hoc staff of the Independent National Electoral Commission were mandated to abide by the dictates of the electoral law in the conduct of Jalingo Zing Yero Federal Constituency. The candidates of the three major political parties in the race gave their preliminary.
It's a rerun election for the Jos North and Bassa Federal Constituency of Plateau State. Recent violence in parts of the state fueled fear that the polls may not hold in some locations. Security agents man strategic points enforcing restriction of movement. Their presence also bolstered confidence among residents, but not enough to encourage large turnout of voters. At this polling unit in Vom, the turnout is low. Innocent Idi arrived few minutes before 2 o'clock to cast his ballot.
From here, I think it's peaceful because most of the issues we are having is around the central zone. Though there are some pockets of attacks around here, but so far, no any issue of ballots snatching or togri or anything here.
Yakubu Tok is not entirely pleased with the turnout of events.
Before, people will come in mass, but this day is not like that. But people are coming gradually. And in fact, I think the reason is that people are annoyed about the situation on ground, because people thought that they vote a candidate and they don't allow the candidate to perform what they have voted him for.
Elsewhere, there are reports of shortage of ballot papers. Security agents led by the Commissioner of Police patrol the areas where polls are held.
There is no any case of violence, case reported, of any incident reported. All the persons have gotten support from the DPOs and the area commanders.
Residents hope that the security situation will remain calm even after the final result. Contrary to expectation, the security situation remained calm even after polling. And for residents like Yakubu talk, they pray and expect that it would remain just that way even days after the exercise. Siphon Asian, TVC News, Jos.
Residents of Kaduna State demonstrated resilience as they braved the cold to participate in the rerun elections in Makera constituency. The Court of Appeal nullified the election of Speaker of the State House of Assembly on November 28th, prompting rerun in 5 polling units. Additionally, the death of a lawmaker in Chukun local government also necessitated the by-election in that area. The rerun elections took place in 7 of the 23 local government areas: Chukun, Igabi, Kachia, Kaduna South, Kagarku, Kudan, and Kauru.
Everything so far is going on fine. No hitches.
There's a marked difference from what we experienced the last time in coordination and in proper procedural rules.
A significant number of security personnel were deployed to polling units, ensuring a secure and orderly voting process.
We have been going around since morning. We started from Kakuri, Barnawa, Savantesha, and television area, and we are still on. We will continue. And so far, the area has been calm. The election is being conducted peacefully.
At Banawa polling unit 005, with 750 registered voters, there was a timely arrival of voting materials, which contributed to a smooth process, as confirmed by party agents and residents. In Chikun Ward, there was low voter turnout, which was largely attributed to a lack of interest in the electoral process, a sharp contrast from the situation in Banawa.
It's peaceful. Most people don't even know that there is an election.
At 1:30 p.m., most residents had cast their votes in Chikun, and sorting was scheduled to begin at 2:30 p.m. The election results from the 48 polling units under Chikun were brought to the LEA primary school in Narayi, which serves as a collation center. Party agents await the announcement of the winner. There were claims and counter-claims of vote buying, but overall, the elections in Kaduna could be said to be peaceful, with no reported incidents of violence. Lupe Asom, TVC News, Kaduna.
Election to fill the vacant Akoko Northeast Northwest Federal Constituency seat of the House of Representatives commenced as scheduled in Ondo State. The process started at 8 in the morning, with voters already on the queue to exercise their franchise at Kano Unit 5, Ward 2 in Ugbe Akoko Northeast local government area. Voting materials and polling officials arrived on time. The situation was the same in other polling units visited in Oyin Akoko, Okeagwe Akoko, and Arigidi Akoko, among others. The turnout of voters at these polling units is highly impressive. As you can see, they came as early as possible to be part of this exercise, to exercise their franchise for the candidates of their choice. Security personnel manned the polling units to maintain peace and forestall any form of violence. Some political actors and voters commended the turnout of voters for the exercise.
The process appears to be going very well, But again, we wait until the end of the day, because usually crises arise towards the end.
So far, the exercise is peaceful. People have come out, of course, to cast their votes, and we've not heard any negative reports from any reporters. I've been calling people across the 23 wards, across the 329 polling units, and the reports we are hearing is that the whole process is peaceful and calm. The security agents have been very dutiful.
It's an isolated election, but in this case, you can see the people, they trooped out en masse here in Okeagbe. And then I've called Ajawa, I've called Ogbagi, I've called Eshe.
In this our units, everything is going on well. The beavers going on well here. No problem.
At the time of filing this report, sorting and counting of votes had ended the most polling units in the federal constituency. Ayodeji Moradeyo, TVC News, Ikare Akoko.